Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. Thank you for being here. Happy Sunday. Hope you had a good weekend so far. Listos, it's game day here in Austin for Austin FC. I'll be going to the game later, so I'm excited about that. It seems like the camera's a little high. And these lights are a little off. Should be lighting up the background a little more. Anyway. Hello, and hello. So today is kind of I don't know what to do today. So I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to have, screenshots of stuff up. We can look at whatever. So I was working on, oh goodness, that camera's all wank. Build camera got moved around because I needed to stand for the lights. To do a TikTok video. So, our build challenge for our lug this month is costume, and our seed parts were a bunch of, it's just costume, not I think costume contest or build a costume. I don't really know. And these are the parts that we were given, right? We're given a little baggie of masonry bricks, profile bricks in dark red. So, not knowing what else to do, I started building a costume shop, modular, and basically just built 2 boxes because I don't really have anything yet. But I thought of making it a Spirit Halloween store. So I was gonna get like a little banner across the top here, make it look like it was some other store first, and then slapdash a banner up here like it was a bookstore that went under and whatever. So I can work on that. Mock building's a little weird because I'm going to be running back and forth to get pieces, so we can do that. Or I have a couple sets I can work on. I got these 2 sets. Backlog. Actually, I have 3 backlog sets I could build. First is the in Ereshim's Shadow. This is that Eternals set that originally was about $70 and then went on sale for like $25 in some places. It's not a lot of pieces, and I think the fact that it was $69 to start was probably a little much. But it does come with 4 figures, and to get all 87 of the Eternals, you probably need to buy like 4 or 5 more sets. So this was a fun one that we were able to use to do drafts. So there's some pieces in here that are good for drafts. There's like these dark red clip bar holders, pin holders, mechanical arms, those slopes with the things, the triangle shield pieces on his shoulders, those are pretty good. And then of course you can draft the figures too. And I think during a draft everybody gets a figure as 1 pick, and a pile of pieces is 1 pick. So we drafted this a while ago. I didn't draft it. But our lug has like 5 of these, so if we wanted to draft it again, I'm sure I could start it up again. So I got that one. Haven't decided what to do with that one yet. Also got this police helicopter transport. This is 300 pieces, so not a terribly big build. And it's a city build. I haven't done a city build in a while, but it looks like it's a 5+ set, so it's not terribly complicated. It'll probably go really quick because a lot of these pieces are probably giant pieces to make up like bumpers and flatbeds, and you can see the blade of the helicopter is one big piece. So that's not going to be a super complicated set if we wanted to do that. But it's got Frankie Lapelli and Rookie Partner. So apparently there's more figures than are in here, I think, by the looks of it. So that's pretty cool. And then the one I'm excited about, this is an 8+ set, but it's 569 pieces. It's the Noodle Shop. It's a 3-in-1 creator noodle shop. So you can do the original Noodle Shop, but you can do variations of, they've got the instructions for variations of either of these. So that's what's on the plate. There's also plenty of studio design work to do. We can have someone pick a microfighter to design. I can do studio instructions, whatever. So I'm just going to kind of work on this a little bit. So the idea is to have some patrons, and I've got some patrons, my sig fig, Beth's sig fig, kid with the headphones on, lady with in a bikini and sunglasses, dude with a tank top and sunglasses, and he has a hat. This guy, right? And have them be patrons, and then I've got other stuff that I'm going to take apart and kind of hang up as costumes. And I thought maybe doing a register and then a centerpiece that's like, in Spirit Halloween shops, it's not always about the costumes. They also have lawn decorations and things like that. So I thought of putting some big display in the middle, like right when you walk in. And have a section of like just wigs and have a section that looks like it's makeup. But I was like, that's a lot to cram in this little space. So I was like, well, maybe I can have an upstairs that's like, wigs and costumes, or wigs and makeup down here in a register and a display. And then upstairs is more makeup and costumes and stuff. So that's something I can work on today. Again, build a set, make a mock, do some studio design work. Whatever you guys want to see, I'll do that. I'm just going to grab some things real quick. The problem with having a costume shop in Lego form is that most costumes, I don't know why I brought that guy over. Nobody's going to want to be one of the Knights of Ren. That's dumb. The thing with costumes at like any costume shop, for the most part, like a rental place, there's a place here in Austin called Lucy in Disguise. And how's it going, Macro? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Sorry I couldn't watch more of the dad's stream. I was cleaning up from last night and getting ready for this and eating breakfast and whatever. The costume shops that you go to get like rental costumes, they're hanging like these big racks of costumes. You go to Spirit Halloween and you're buying a costume, and for the most part they come in like bags. They come like super vacuum packed in bags, and you just look for a size and it's in these packets kind of thing. Sometimes they're hanging up, it really depends. And then they have like a wall of masks, and they've got a wall of props. So what I was thinking of doing is like, I don't need that whole guy, but if I had a wall full of heads, and I could do a couple different alien heads, and you could, pick an alien head. I think there's another one that's a big skull. That was, I think those were Shima. The ones with like their skeletons, but they got like the big skulls with the helmets and like the boots on the feet. I have the figures for some reason. And then I could do one of these skeletons, I think probably the angry one, as like a mask. So have a bunch of things with like masks. And then, get a bunch of different hairstyles for wigs. So you prop those up someplace. And then the rest of these are like, and you can have capes. I was going to do capes, right? A thing of capes. But then I also have a lot of just random figures that you can take the heads and hands off of. And those are costumes, right? So I just grabbed, Thor, Winnie the Pooh, a knight, Wanda, Cookie Monster, Captain America, Harley, a Stormtrooper, Iron Man, that kind of thing. So I think that'd be a good kind of mix of things to have in the shop. And obviously I've got more of these, mostly superheroes and Star Wars, but maybe like an astronaut, or you can have a skeleton costume, right? Kind of hanging there too. I only have a handful of skeletons, so I don't want to use them all. But, and I thought of having a couple things outside here, like pumpkins in front of the door kind of thing. So this is what I did yesterday. Just making this. I'm going to have to probably rip the back out of this, right, to make it so the stairs can come up here. So I have to work on that. But yeah, so that's what that is. It's whatever you guys want. I'm okay either way. Yeah. So the next thing is to print up the banner and then glue it onto a tile or tape it onto a tile and put it on the front of the store. I was trying to I think I may have got too specific about something, and it was like, I want it to look like a bookstore that got turned into a Spirit Halloween. I thought that would be kind of fun. I also want to try something with a cape and a skeleton. Don't need that black skeleton. And I need a cowl. So I need like Darth Maul's cowl or something, or the Emperor. Because I think something like this with a cowl on it would be a good centerpiece. Oh, it's something like that with a cowl on it would be a good centerpiece kind of thing, sitting in the middle here, up on a thing. It's got a wizard cape. I probably would want just a black cape. I don't have just a black cape. Yeah, so that's that. Whatever you guys want to see, we'll do that. The only other thing is I've got to clean this room up. It's getting too much. I just got a big box of stuff to sort and whatever, so. All right. So these stairs will probably work okay, right? Skeletons and pumpkins out of here. Spirit Halloween always reminds me of like, I wanted to put pumpkins in it, but I was like, that's more Michael's than a Halloween store. So I don't need these bodies. I don't know what I did with the other body that was around here. There it is. I don't need those. I'll just keep the masks. This was a cool, I always like that. That's pretty cool. You can do samurai. And a tree. You can be a tree. I wish I had an ape. That would be fun. Page boy hair, an elf hair, And there was some pink hair. Like, you can just get whatever hair you want. So let's see. I'll need to pop open that back corner. So let's take this guy off. What's up, Greg? I hope this comes off without taking everything off, but we'll see. Perfect. So now we just need to see where to fill it in. Needs to be a little bigger than that. And that may not even be the right piece to take off. So I need to take this piece off too and get a shorter piece. What's going on with you, Greg? Let's see, this is a 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's probably need to go to a 6 by 12. Let's see if we can find a 6 by 12. 6 by 12. Ordered a dirt cheap UCS land speeder. Nice. What is dirt cheap? I'm glad I'm replacing that anyway. That's old gray. I don't think they make these super long ones in regular gray. I actually haven't ordered any or bought any new Lego in a while. It's been I think everything that I've got now, I got August 1st. So, I mean, it's been a couple months. Let's see, is this... Yeah, that's good. Could probably... Yeah, that's good. All right, so this has to connect, and that's how far away? 4. So 4 by. So you need 4 by what here? And maybe a 1 by along here to close it up a little bit. Wow, that is cheap. That's a really good deal. Was it opened already? Was it sealed, or was it like built once and then put back in the box? Because honestly, if I found UCSs that were like, I built it once, I took it apart and put it back in the box, I'm like, I'll take it. It doesn't have to be brand new to me. I'm going to throw the box away. Send it to me in a Ziploc bag. I don't even need the box or the instructions. Just send me the pieces. All right, so 4 by 16. How big are these? What did I take out? Yeah, 4 by 16, and then a 4 by 12. 4 by 16, 4 by 12. This is the problem with doing mocks. So there is no 4x16 in gray, so I will have to do a 4 by something, and then this guy. Four by 10. Oh, well, I probably have a 4 by 10. Yeah, I'm not getting the Razor Crest. No need. So that'll work. I just need a 4 by 4 and a 4 by 10. I don't know why I brought 2 of these. Okay, good. Turn it over, apply some holding stuff on it. The probe droid's a nice one. I like that one. I got that one too. I had a lot of fun with that one. And here, and we'll do this. Is there another 6? No, we'll just do this. Oh yeah, there's a 6. Okay, we have a hole for our stairs, which means I need to fill it up with that. I think my next purchase is going to be I don't even know what's out right now. The Office set, the I'm still deciding if I want the pyramid or not. That seems to be hard to come by lately. Do we have any? Thought there was another Star Wars set that I was looking to get, but I don't want the Justifier. I don't really care about the what's-its, the Kenobi's Starfighter. I feel like we've already had that one once. Yeah, I've heard that too. I haven't seen where that rumor's come from, but I have also seen that. Okay. Nice, snug. Make sure that that stays. Is there a... It's not really a way to like double secure this without like you can secure it on the landing above, like we could do that, but I would have to then take it off to take that off, and I don't want to do that. So I can put a pole there, but I don't want to get too far in the way of the door. Because as it is, it goes right by the door. So maybe... How tall is that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm gonna look real quick because I thought there was something else I wanted that I was like, I'll just hold off until the middle of the month to get that. Don't care about the Razor Crest, Lighthouse. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to getting like the Republic fighter tank. But yeah, Jedi Starfighter I don't want, ATTE I don't want. I already got the Ambush on Ferrix. Don't care about Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Darth Vader. That's really all for Star Wars. Shop. New. Christmas tree? Maybe time to get a Christmas... Oh, that's what it was. The Holiday Main Street. I'll probably get that. Not getting the Lighthouse. $300. No, thank you. Not getting the Castle. Not getting the Camaro. Atari, I got the Atari. The Bowser, like, it looks like a really great build. I think it'd be a lot of fun, but I'm just not... Oh, the Advent Calendar. That's what I was going to get. It's also on back order. Fuck. Pardon my French. That's going to be hard to find. I need to find that somewhere before December, so I can do like daily TikTok openings, whatever. Office is out of stock. I guess I waited too long for that. Groot looks kind of cute. Might do that. Downtown Noodle Shop I got. Galaxy Explorer I got. Not getting the Nano Gauntlet. Not getting the Charger. Black Panther War in the Water. What is that? It's a big boat. Got BD1. Not getting that. Guess that's it. Got the Scythe. Got the Transport. Oh, what do y'all think of the foosball table? Table football. Yeah, hey, Travis, how's it going? I mean, we could do this, or if anybody wants to see the noodle shop being built, I could do that. I could design stuff in studio, whatever you guys want. It's up to you. I'm just doing this because it was the thing that was on my desk. This is our build challenge for October. We were given profile bricks, and the theme was costume. So I'm doing a... I'm going to make a Spirit Halloween shop. I was going to do Lucy in Disguise, but I forget what it looks like on the inside. It's just racks of clothes. So I'm doing 2 stories because I don't think I can get everything I want down in here. So I think the next step will probably be lay out where I want all the stuff to go, and figure out how to do stuff. So I think like wigs and makeup and decorations are going to be down here, and then costumes will be upstairs. And I'll do like I'll do the same thing they did in the Queer Eye set, where it's just like hanging stuff. The only thing I don't like about this is they didn't take the hands off. I know that the hands are supposed to not come off or whatever when you get them in pieces to start your building. They come with hands, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. Do they come with gloves? Why are there hands on that? So I think I'm going to take my hands off, which is going to cause problems, I'm sure, because I have to find out, what I did with the hands later. For instance, I took these hands off this guy, but it's like magician, maybe, right? So I'm going to have to remember, like, I'll take off, everybody's hands and heads, and maybe I'll have just like that'll be okay because he's got gloves. But like Thor just has hands. So I have to figure that out. These guys will probably still have that. I'll probably end up doing a couple Muppets too. But I think Muppets might be like, I'll have a Kermit head for a mask. And then maybe I thought of just doing taking the Everyone is Awesome and doing Zentai suits, right? Just like, hey, if you want a Zentai suit, there's just a bunch of whatevers. So that might be something to do too. What's up, Missy? Yeah, I'm not going to get the foosball table, but the figures are great. I do like the one figure that's got, they come with a ton of heads. I mean, look at this. Look at all the pieces. Look at all the heads, the different heads you can have. And they've got one that's got the face, the skin condition where they're like the melanoma leaves or the melanin disorder, which I think is great. I think that's a really neat thing. I forget what that's called. Different types of glasses, all different skin tones, all different kinds of hair. What's up, Brick Pasta? That's not going to be that big a deal. I'm going to just print this up, and then I'm just going to tape it onto a tile. I'm not going to go crazy with it. Or 2 of these tiles, maybe. Make it look like it's a banner, right? That was put up on a different store, because that's usually how it goes. It's like, oh, that's the joke. So the next question, I need one more plate down in there. The next question will be to tile or not to tile the floor. I think I'm going to want to tile the floor. I also don't want to get too carried away with building stuff, because I think I'm going to have stuff hanging on the walls. So I'll probably have to rip a few of these walls out so I can have snot bricks in there so I can hang stuff. Same with this. This may be less so, because I think the upstairs will just be racks. But down here I'll have like, a cash register right here. I'm trying to think of how the tiles look in there. What's up, Brickable Cow? And Butt Chop, how's it going? Well, that sucked. I had this great idea to do the floors in triangle tiles. But then I remembered that the box that had this year's lug bulk of gray triangle tiles, because it would have been great to have like gray and black like diamonds as the floor. That box didn't make it. So one thing from Lucy in Disguise, where they have masks on the wall, you could have had on the wall with those little angle pip bars. Yeah. Did I get a box of those? I think I did get a box of those. Yeah, so you can... I know what you're talking about. They're the 1x1 round with the angled stand. I thought I had one over here. I don't. You put the bar into the brick, and then you can have the head on like the mask on like just a white head or something, just to kind of hold it there and have like a row of those. So yeah, I can do those so I'm going to do masks of alien heads, and then probably some headgear, and a Kermit head. I'm not going to have a ton of room to do stuff. But then outfits that are like a stormtrooper, it'll be the whole stormtrooper outfit. But I'll have to figure out a way to like do like the outfit sitting there, but like the head like this, right? So it's like it comes with it, you know, because like a lot of times you see the costume is just kind of like, but I don't know, maybe I'll leave the head in there. Give Dusty Who's $2. I don't know what that means. Slow chat is a thing? Do I have that turned on? Let me go check. I didn't think slow chat was on. I don't rate enough people to worry about slow chat, but let me... Yeah, I can't tell. Studio. I'll probably have to look at it before I set up the next video. Oh, you know what? I did a setup directly from OBS, and I bet there's a setting in there that's like default turns slow chat on or something. I don't know. All right, so what to do with the floor? I'll have to leave enough stuff for... Oh, let's do a cash register. So I had a lady that I wanted to be the cashier. Where'd she go? Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll just put this lady back here. And then I need a counter, and the counter is usually just a black. So let me go grab some black bricks. I can go this way. This is not a pun, but I oddly don't have a whole lot of black 1x3 bricks. Wow, what's up, everybody? Dusty Bricks, hello. Zisoo, hello. Adora Builds, hello, Ruth. Cliff, how's it going? Haley Bricks, good morning. How are you? Thanks for being here, guys. There's only going to be one could really use those 1x3 bricks. Hit that slow chat. So there's only going to be one cashier here. Which means I need those great tiles. Or is it tile? The one with the cashier button on it. Alright, so we got a cashier section there. And so knowing that's there, and then I want to do a stand here in the middle with, let's just do a bunch of pumpkins. So that's not like really creepy. And then surround him with some of these things. So that'll be a good section in there. All right, so I already have those tiles, but that's the same as the sidewalk. I am building a Spirit Halloween store. We were given our monthly build challenge for our lug was costume, but then we were given masonry bricks. And everyone's kind of like, what? But then for the next month, we were like, I forget what the next month build challenge is, but then that was the seed part we all got. And we're like, wouldn't we want to do the minifig as the costume? And then everyone's like, all right, we kind of switched that up. I'm like, no, it's a challenge. Let's just stick with it. Let's see how it goes. I want 2 bricks in there. Let's move him out and let's get some. So yeah, so this will be the second. So the bottom floor will be, we'll do like wigs and makeup maybe, and some like outdoor decorations. And then the top will be all costumes. So it'll just be racks of costumes. And we'll do it the same way as, what's up, Bunny? Bunny Bricks. Do it the same way as the Queer Eye stuff, where it's just like poles and you just got a thing hanging from it. So we'll just do a bunch of different costumes like that. And then maybe on one side of the costume thing will be a bunch of like masks. And Travis had a great way to display masks, so we're going to try to do that. I don't know if I've got, yeah, here's one. So here's what he was talking about. You get a snot brick, and you get one of these display angled bar pieces and do this and put a thing on it, and then you've got a mask. You put a mask on there, right? So it can like hang off the side. That's perfect. So you just do a row of those. So we can probably get a good 8 masks in like a short succession, and you can do a couple rows of it, right? So I'm probably going to need more masks. I can get a Darth Vader. This would be a great, like I'm trying to pick some random stuff because I don't have a ton of like city people or like police officers or firemen. So I'm just like, I have Marvel, DC, Sesame Street, Muppets, Star Wars, and then like random. I could probably get a ninja or an elf or a pirate from like Jack Sparrow, stuff like that. So just like, I'm just going to throw stuff in here. So we'll just see how it goes. Thanks, Stud. Yeah, I want to get back into that. The Terratron stuff I really need to get back into, but I'm still like crossing my fingers about this Lego job, and my hope is that maybe if I am able to get on board, I can be like, you know what, I had this great idea for a new space thing, and see what people say. So, all right, so we've got some sticks, right, and we've got some pumpkins, and we got that skeleton. Let me go see if I can get a cowl. Got a cowl, and I got a lot of dark tan square tiles, so that's what the floor is going to be. Dark tan and white, I think. Oh, thank you. I'm obsessively checking my email, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, that looks like a good thing to put in the center, right? Kind of stand up and creepy skeleton thing in the center when you walk in. All right, let's just start. I don't think I'm going to need anything else on the floor, so let's start tiling. That's at least slightly productive, right? Do some tiling, and we'll do white and dark tan. Because honestly, every time I go into a Spirit Halloween, it's always different. And then I think the upstairs I might try to do wood paneling, because I've got some wood grain tiles. That might be good. I also don't know if this is going to be high enough. I think it's high enough. I mean, that looks like a good height, right? 8 bricks. I can go one more maybe, but... I'll tell you what, half the time I make stuff like this, the only thing I want to do is build a box. I spent like 10 minutes doing this, and it was like very chill. It was very relaxed. Watched some Star Trek, and just had a good old time. All right, so I got a gap there that I need in front of the stairs. See if we can find some matching tiles there. So what's everybody got going on today? Any fun? Watching any sports? Watching any movies? Watching any good TV shows? Building? Breaking down? Cleaning? Designing? Visiting family? Okay, perfect. So one thing I was noticing when I was building this is these jumper, or these 1x4 plates that are missing the 2 studs. I have those on there so it holds this on there, right? Without being too stuck on there. But what I was noticing is getting these on here was really difficult once the tiles were on there. Like they're a different shape or something. is really weird. Struggled mightily. Oh yeah, that's actually on my list, Zissou. I was trying to get Beth to watch it. I'm like, it's a love letter to like old Hollywood movie monsters. So I'm definitely gonna check that out. And it's an hour. You know, you don't like it, you're only out an hour. Yeah, everybody go check out Bunnabricks at 2. If you haven't subscribed, go do so. I'm gonna run out of white. We'll have to do yeah. I'll have to put something in here for her to stand on. I want to finish that out anyway, put some counter stuff in there, so we'll just do around it for now. Yeah, it looks fun. I watched a preview for it. I was like, oh, heck yeah, I'm watching that. So Beth is a huge fan of Blade. So she's excited that Blade's coming back to the MCU. And she's like, are they going to play that one techno song and then have the rave with the blood? I'm like, I don't know. If they do, they're just like redoing the first one. She's like, yeah, then I don't want to watch it. If they're not going to do that scene. Okay. You mean one with the music that goes beard 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 beard. Bow bow bow. Oh, I totally tiled over that. That's where I wanted to put stuff. I'm gonna put stuff right in the middle here. So let's not tile that just yet. Let's give it a good 6 by 6. Put some plates in there. That's right in front of the door, right? You walk in and you see all that cool stuff. Gonna have to have, oh, you know what would be fun? To have a weapons rack, but then on the end of all the guns, put like little orange studs or cylinders or something like that. So they look like what you would get at a costume shop, because you can't, you know, can't buy a gun that looks like a real gun. I'm not going to tile all the way to the back door. I'm going to have different tiles under there. I might pull up the tile here to have like a different little walkway, but that's not important. Sometimes it's best not to overthink it. Man, I overthought something last night. So we were sitting in bed having conversations like you do. And yeah, gonna have a wig wall. I've already got some wigs here. I grabbed another one. Forgot where I put it. Okay, guess I didn't grab it. I'm just gonna grab hair, probably mostly from the Everyone is Awesome stuff, especially the green and the blue, the pink. I have a pink. Oh, this would be another great alien head. Use that alien head from in here. And there's purple hair in here too. So yeah, stuff from that purple. So I don't collect a lot of CMFs. So Weeping Angel's definitely gonna have to go in here. That's gonna be freaky as hell. I'll put this over here somewhere. Okay. So I don't have a lot of like different minifig looks other than the IP ones with superheroes and Star Wars and stuff. I also need to get some kids. I need to find some short legs. Put some children in here. This also has to be done by next week, so I can't really order a whole bunch of stuff. I get on the costume shop. There's not a lot of kids swinging Star Wars blasters even lately. When they go trick-or-treating, I've noticed. Worth the wait versus the overpriced on Bricklink. Yep, this will effectively take all my white tile, apparently. Which is fine. Once we're done with this, take it apart, put it all back where it was. You got all your pieces back. Alright, floor is tiled. Look at that. I'd be a great contractor. Didn't even promise you it. It's a neat looking floor. Alright. I think I'm going to put some dark gray tiles back here where the stairs should be to indicate this is an off-limits employee only area. I have not used Brickable either. I'm not sure what the distinction between it and Bricklink is. If Brickable just has better prices or better service from people and more availability. I have two more. I use Brickable. Sometimes I try to sort parts or look for parts, but nice. Yeah, that's a great idea. I can just throw some boxes. Oh yeah, I wish I had some. I can make boxes. You get those, you just get dark tan bricks and you just throw some tiles on it like that and there's boxes. So there you go. All right. 2x2 or some 2 tiles there. I'll go find those later. Let's see. I don't want to floor that one yet because I might have to tear some of that apart, but let's see if we can get this centerpiece going. So I want black. It's got to be black. We'll put these guys up front. Actually, no. Let's do... Yo.
Do you have my card?
Oh, it's probably my wallet.
Okay, where's your wallet?
Should be right there. You going pretty soon?
Yeah, I'm about to leave now.
Okay. So black, perfect piece right there. Now put this And this.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Let's see if this 5-minute oil change is for real.
Right.
I don't buy it. We'll see. I do think it's fun that you get to stay in. I just picture them like raising it up while you're in it, but I'm sure they have the underground. Like,
Bye.
Bye.
You got it. Is that makeup or schmutz?
Yes.
Yes. All right. I'll see you later.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. Okay, and then we put that guy there. Brickable was cool. Big chunky order. Got an actual werewolf shopping for a human costume. Nice. That'd be great. Might have to do that. Alright. I'll try to figure out some gravestones too, maybe. Oh, these pumpkins, man. The centerpiece there. You walk in the door and see that. I might put some other bits around it, maybe. All right, so let's. I don't want to like get ahead of myself on stuff, so maybe we'll floor this and try to keep. I have an idea for this. If we want to do really long racks of stuff. I just did this with the stadium. So instead of using bars, I used really long rigid tubes. And then just attached them. It's maybe too long. Yeah, that's too long. That may be good. I don't want to get too long because you want people to be able to walk. That's better. It's too short. And their match. Let's do 3 rows. I'm going to have a lot more costumes than I thought. Nope. But that's good. Cool. Alright. Little heifers are here. Lurk mode. Hello. I have a huge project for the NFL, so I haven't been on my Legogram page. I'll get too distracted and not work. Definitely check this week, Pasta. What did Pasta ask? Oh, Instagram posts. Cool. Alright. So, I'm going to need a lot of these clips. I just ordered a ton. I don't know that I'm going to have... the same number. Your ex stole your cat? That's terrible. That doesn't seem like a nice thing at all. Oh, I need bars too. Frel. Should I have just a bag of those? Does anyone want a bag of like 17 million 4-length black bars? So nice. I think these might be too tall, but... And I don't think I'm gonna have enough of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. I was hoping I have more of these, so let's do gray. All right, what is the spacing here? We need to be able to kind of walk on either side of it. That looks good. Attach another one here, and then we'll attach another one in the middle to give it some stability. This is all I'm going to be doing this week. All right. Here's your clothes rack. And then what you can do is do something that's really obvious, like let's do Harley, because you can do a clown thing pretty easily. And this is the same thing that they did in the Queer Eye set. So now you just hang up a costume. So you can hang up as many as you want. So let's do this guy next. Magician. We can do just shirts. We can do full costumes. All right. So let's make these other 3 racks. Almost need to start breaking these up because I've got these like flower / very small gears. We got these tiles with the pips on them, the bars, and then just hollow. So at some point I'll need to break that up, but not today. So let's do that. Yeah, that's good. And I'll do another one. So I've always been a cat person. Ever since I was a kid. We only had one pet when I was a kid. And it was a cat, and he lived to be, we got him when I was like 12, and he lived to be like 20 something, but I'd already like moved. I went to college, and then I moved out of the state, so I wasn't around on his last days. And when he finally was able to cross that rainbow bridge, he was living with basically the vet that took care of him all these years, because my mom was like, I can't take care of him. And the vet's like, I'll take care of him. So he lived with her for a while. So then got married, got a beagle mix with something. We think another hound of some kind, because it still had that hound bray, beagle-ish, but a little deeper. And it was a pretty good dog. She was dumb, but very sweet. One of my favorite stories of her is we were making dinner one time, and we left something. It was like Thanksgiving dinner-ish. We were making a big meal for a bunch of people. That's all I remember. And the next day we came down, and we had left a can, like you open the can opener thing and you leave the lid kind of on it so you can kind of shove it down when you're done so nobody gets cut. Well, we'd also made like breakfast, and there was syrup, and there was like a turkey carcass in the trash. So, the dog pulled the trash down and was like, there's meat in here, and I'm getting meat. Like, I'm getting to that, whatever it is. But also, there was syrup in there from, like, I think we had waffles. And so she got a hold of whatever was in the can and sliced her tongue on the sharp can. But then when she was done eating the carcass, she got syrup all over her paws and her whatever, her chest and stuff. And so then she was licking her paws with her bleeding tongue. And so there's like bloody foot. We came home, and it was like a Tarantino movie. There was just blood everywhere, and bloody footprints or paw prints, and there's blood smeared on the wall. We're like, what happened? Turns out our dog is an idiot and will eat to the detriment of their own health. Other than that, sweet dog. Then later, the ladies ended up, and I was living with them at the time, but they got a dog named Charlie who had seizures. So there's your costume racks. And then maybe over here we'll put some wigs, right? This whole wall. Actually, we'll put, I think, masks downstairs and wigs up here on like a table or something. So, okay, don't need these anymore. So, yeah, this dog they got from a shelter, and it was a surrender because the owner was like, original owner was like, I rescued this dog and it had seizures, and nobody told me that this dog was going to have seizures, so they turned it back in. And it's like, oh, come on, whatever. Sweet dog, named him Charlie, but his seizures got worse and worse. They'd done, like, we took him to the vet and they did some scans, and it turns out like his brain was a little malformed. They were pretty sure he was like deaf in one ear and blind in 1.5 eyes or something like that. Like there was a lot of connections that just weren't made. But he was a sweet dog. But the problem was he was having seizures with increasing frequency. And at one point, like, he would have 6 or 7 a day. And no amount of medicine was really helping him. And so eventually we just had to put him down because he was in a lot of pain because he was just constantly seizing. So then the ladies got another dog shortly after that named Decker. And they named her after... They went on a race around Decker Lake here in Austin, and then they went and rescued this dog, and she was this skinny little, like, they did x-rays on her. It looked like she had buckshot in her, like somebody was trying to teach her to hunt or something, and she actually maybe got shot. Anyway, she's the sweetest, most princessy of dogs, and she's this big fluffy, like a golden something mix, right? She's just a big fluff ball, but very chill, right? She doesn't do anything. She dogs okay, but she doesn't do very well. She's very sweet. And then Beth had a dog when we met. Her name was Allie, and Allie was a border collie / lab mix. So she was a big, energetic dog, big, fluffy, curly hair. Ended up with mega esophagus, so she had to sit in a special chair to feed her so she could, like, gravity swallow. She made it about 13 years. We had to put her down. But before she went, we got another dog, Kaylee, who is a boxer lab staffy mix. So she's got a little pit, but, like, very little. Like, you can kind of sometimes see it in the face. But she just looks like a big black lab. And she tries to curl up on you like a... I'm just going to stick costumes in here. She tries to curl up on you like a boxer. She thinks she's very small and puddle-like. And then after Allie passed, we got another dog named Aggie, who is another rescue. And she is I'm going to get this wrong. She is a terrier, French bulldog, Chihuahua mix. And she is my whole world right now. Like, I was like, I do not want a little dog. I think I love, at first I was like, I'm a cat. We also have a cat. It was a rescue from a friend who was like, I can't take this cat anymore. And we're like, we'll take it from you. And I'm like, I like cats. So there's some costumes, a rack of costumes. I don't know why I'm tilting this so funny. And come up there and pick a costume out. I think I'm also going to do an astronaut. I might do one of these astronauts. And they'll have to have their helmets somewhere. These are the newer of the astronauts from the Artemis-inspired moon city sets kind of thing. I'm going to put one of these black skeletons in here. So we got a cat and we have 2 dogs, and I didn't think I was going to be a little dog person, but this little dog is just like, she sleeps on my head. She follows me around. Just the sweetest thing. And I told Beth, I'm like, I hate you for making me a little dog person. Okay, so I don't want her head in here. Right? I'm gonna have to remember where all these go. But this would be a great head. Whoops. Don't roll away. Come back. This would be a great headpiece, too. A Harley Quinn headpiece. Most times when you get costumes, I know it's like they have the costume hanging there and then they have like a headpiece kind of hanging with it. But there's just no way to kind of do that and keep these together. So these are going to be masks and headpieces and wigs and stuff. So it'll just have to be different. I don't know what that's going to be. I figured it'd be a creepy tree somewhere in the corner or something. Also want to have a rack of capes. Let's just try to figure out how to do that. Something that clasps together or is a loop of some kind. I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, so the problem that I have is like every pit that I've ever met, my ex's dad had a pit, and she was the sweetest little thing. Her name was Bo, and just the worst thing that she did was her tail was so whip-like, and she was constantly wagging it. And a lot of pits will have like crate tail, where they wag their tail all the time. It just keeps hitting crate, and it can really bang up their tail. So a lot of them will have crate tail. The ones that aren't. Their tails aren't docked. But she was just the sweetest little pet. And she actually was one of the few people, or one of the few things that she could tell when we had Charlie. She could tell that Charlie was going to have a seizure. So he would when he would have a seizure, he would get this like faraway look on his face. And he would like stretch out like this, and then he would fall over and seize. And if you've never seen a dog have a seizure, it's terrifying. Like their mouth opens wide and their legs just stick out and their eyes roll back and they just sit there and go, ah, and you're like, ugh. The first time we saw it, we're like, what the hell, But she could sense it, and she would go up to him and like lick on his face, and the seizure would be done. And it's like, what? That's crazy, Oh, this would be perfect outside. Yeah. I'll put that weeping angel outside the shop. Maybe with another skeleton or something. That weird skeleton that has the helmet on it, or maybe I'll put this thing on it. I don't know. Get a samurai or something. Am I going to get one of those giant trending yard skeletons in front of the shop? If I can brick build one, sure. The ones that are like 12 feet tall. I actually want to get one for my yard, but they're like $80. And I'm like, I haven't decorated my yard yet. You're supposed to. I wanted to like a week ago, but like every weekend has been full. I probably could have done it this morning instead of streaming, so. Sure, I'm not missing text because we're supposed to go to a soccer game today. No texts. Cool. TikTok alerts. BBC alerts. That's it. Yeah, if I can figure out how to brick build I wanted to do, this would be a good costume, but I didn't want to take it out of the box because I've got a Statue of Liberty thing over here. It's like the figure, the brick head, and then the set. So that's all kind of cool. Can't think of anything else. I guess I could use other stuff from. Oh, I was going to use one of these guys too. The alien head. I'll leave this out here. Let's see. All right. So I totally painted myself into a corner here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these off. And then you just, you got your rack of costumes. So I'm going to take these off, and then I'm going to try to tile this floor. Oh, I probably should figure out this corner, because it's going to have wigs. And I think wigs need to be on a table. Or should we have them hanging? So over here in this corner, it's going to be wigs. I should also probably put railing. Let me go get something real quick for the railing. be an OSHA violation. So put some railing there, railing there, railing there. That's probably good. Keep everybody safe. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a yeah. So, a multi-level table with wigs stacked up. Do you remember those late 70s, 80s Halloween costumes? There was a plastic mask with basically garbage bag. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, we had those where it was like you were lucky if it actually came with arms, but it was just like it was a sandwich board that was sewn up on the sides, and you just stuck your arms out of it, and you had to get like the same color sleeve to go with whatever the thing was. And sometimes they came with gloves, but yeah, and then it was just like a plastic thing with eyes cut out that like strapped around your head, and you couldn't breathe in it, and it collected sweat in it, or condensation from your breath. Oh yeah. So yeah, and the masks were like those. You can go to Party City now and get like a gross for like $20, like theater masks or something. If you're having like a masquerade party or something, you can just get a bunch of these kinds of masks. Oh, they were terrible. We didn't get too many of those because my mom was a bit of a seamstress, so she would make most of our costumes. And then we would make our own costumes for a while too. But when we were little kids, we were always clowns. Like, she made these giant puffy clown outfits, red and white striped, green and white striped, and we would get wigs or hats, and then we would do makeup. And so that was kind of our costume for a long time. I think only a couple times did we do, like, I think at one point I may have been He-Man. Like, I think I got a He-Man one. The problem is I grew up in Colorado, and by the time, and this was more than 30 years ago, 35 to 40 years ago, when it was, and I hate to say this, when it was cooler. So you'd get, whatever costume you'd get wouldn't matter because you had to put a coat on, because it was there. Invariably was a foot of snow on the ground or more, and it was 10 degrees. So you're going out in your moon boots and your gloves and your big coat and your scarf. So, I mean, it really didn't matter kind of what costume you had on. The older you got, you could tough it out a little bit, but it wouldn't really matter a whole lot because you were covered up. The best costume I ever made. Yeah, I'm going to take Steve's head off. This guy's going to be a mask. This is going to be a mask and a costume. This is going to be a mask and a costume. The best costume I ever made, I have a bunch. Like, when I was in high school, I started doing my own costumes, and I was Dread Pirate Roberts one year. I was Edward Scissorhands another year. When I started becoming teenager-ish, I was Spock one year. And then I think the coolest thing that I ever did was I made a costume of a mystic from the Dark Crystal. And had I a better... what's the word I'm looking for? Had I had a better, not interaction, not response. I'm blanking on the word here. Experience. Golly. Had I a better experience with the costume, I probably would have continued. Like, this was a blast. I'm going to do this all the time and become a costume designer, right? So, like, I had a whole rig. I had an Alf mask. And this is, you guys remember Alf? So I had an Alf mask that I basically, it didn't have eyes in it, but it had the big thing of hair, right? Because he had a big kind of like pompadour looking hair and the big ears. So I cut off the ears and I kind of cut out the mouth a little bit because he had these like spiky teeth in there, and then I removed all the hair, and I put a big blonde wig on it, and then I took a bunch of latex, and I like recovered it because his schnoz is kind of sectioned. It looks like a big fat caterpillar. So I filled all that in and put some nostrils in it, and then like make a bunch of swirls and stuff, and put a big blonde wig on it, and it was the head of a mystic, right? It was that same shape. So then I also I put that on the head of like one of those drawing lamps, armature drawing lamps, right? And I took the bell off of it, but kept like the part that the light bulb goes into, and I attached the mask to that. And then the base of that was strapped around, and it had like a welder's helmet on that I had rigged to the thing, so when I turned my head, it would turn. And so I could hunch over, and this thing was like a boom way out here. So it was like this big long neck, and the head would turn. So that was all covered with like this big chicken wire thing, and then I had sewn extra arms onto a shirt, and I got Gorilla Gloves, and I painted them tan and did the same sort of swirly latex stuff on it, and had a walking stick, and then made a big tail going out, and then just covered it with like burlap, and you know, because they look like hippies kind of thing. They're just covered in a lot of material and beads and strings and stuff. So I just kind of layered it. It was hot, and I had to like walk in a crouch the whole time. But like, it was amazing. Like, it was the neatest thing that up until that point I'd ever done, like creative wise. And I was just old enough. I think I was just 21, 22 maybe, or maybe not even that, maybe 19. But I was old enough to go compete at a costume contest at this bar downtown. I was like, yeah, I think I'd do well. And actually, it wasn't too bad. But the problem was I couldn't really walk anywhere. I just kind of had to sit because I couldn't. It's a bar, so it was dark, and I really didn't have a whole lot of visibility, so I just had to kind of stand there. And because I was actually a little lower than everybody, people couldn't see me, and so they were constantly running into me. So I got to be displayed on stage, but by that point, my costume was kind of falling apart, and it was almost unrecognizable. And so the judges were like, and next we've got, I don't know what that is. And then when next we got, I'm like, God dang it. So I ended up like in a huff, just like carrying the whole thing out. Somebody gave me a trash bag, and I put the whole thing in a trash bag, and I just came home and threw it all away. I was so mad. But there was one picture, like as soon as I got it done, where it was like, it was amazing. It was really good. And ever since then, I'm like, yeah, I'd do some more costume stuff. And then over the years, you try to do cool costume ideas. I just never got back into it. Yeah, moon boots. I think they did for a hot second. Like I think Uggs were basically moon boots. They just had like fuzz on the top of them, but, all right, so let me go get some tiles. I'm going to take these. I'm going to leave this here because this is for the costumes. These can go away. And this goes in here. So I've got carried too much stuff over here. Got a bunch of these. So here's the tiles. So yeah, I've got like random Star Wars things. I can pull a bunch of these out and do Vader. There's an Ewok in there. A couple more Stormtrooper masks. A clone trooper. Yeah, so that's extra. Let me put that over here. me start using that. Here's my bag of Muppets. All the Muppets are in here. I can pull out a handful of Muppets. Fozzie and Kermit, maybe. Pretty good one. These two guys, I don't know where they're from. You guys can help me with this. But they're just pearl gold dudes. And their faces, they're dual-sided faces. And I don't know where I got them. I feel like it's a Doctor Strange thing, but I'm not really sure. I thought these guys would be cool standing somewhere, but I don't know as what. So I don't know what those are. I do have Joker shirts, so I'm going to do a couple Joker shirts. There's another astronaut. There's a wig. And just a whole thing of like extra bits. You know, you can do another wig, another black skeleton, Pharaoh helmet, a better Pharaoh helmet. That'd be a cool one to hang up. I thought of doing the basketball jersey, but I can't really take these guys apart. I've got like 4 of these, and they're like the spring-loaded guys that came with those sets that shoot stuff. I don't know why that tube's in there. There's another tree. Spooky tree. Ninja mask. Could do ninjas. Knights. Could do a knight helmet. So, you know, just typical stuff. I'm sure I'll be able to figure out something to do there. Just bags and bags of parts like that. So, and I've got my nice wooden things, but I don't think I'm gonna have enough to do this whole floor. And I want to leave this room over here for the wigs. So I'm gonna try to mix it up, I think, with tan. We'll see how it goes. Oh yeah, saucers. I mean, so there was a place right in front of my house. There was a street and then a sidewalk between the two houses in front of me that went into basically a field, right? There was like, we were the first housing development in this area, and then other ones sprung up around us. But before that, it was just nothing. And it was just this giant field that had a creek in it. And then it just more field. And then it ended up at Ball Corp, which was like, it's like an aluminum metallurgy company or something like that. It's a big company in Colorado. The Avalanche / Nuggets arena is called Ball Arena, which I think is hilarious, and I think people call it the Sack. So it used to be the Pepsi Center, and they called it the Can. So yeah, there was a giant hill right in front of us, and every time it snowed, we could not get out there fast enough. We had tubes, we had runner sleds, we had saucers, we had a toboggan. We had cardboard boxes, you know, just like anything to get down a hill. The runner sleds were the best if like the snowpack was really packed down and it was icy, right? You get really going real fast on those. And I always liked laying down on it, and you had the handlebars here that would steer you. But the problem with that is if you hit any rocks, your hands just go right into those rocks. It was really rough. So, let's see. So we've got these tiles. I'm going to try to tile this floor up a little bit. How much tan do I have? Because I don't want to go crazy and then realize I don't have enough tan. I should probably see about that first. Or more nougat to match the boards. Or dark tan, that would work too. And we had this, you know, we would call different hills different names depending on where they were. You want to go to this hill? Do you want to go to the rec center hill? Do you want to go to the school hill? Do you want to go to the horseshoe hill? Do you want to go to the Diamondback hill? Do you want to go, you know? And those same places that we went sledding were also great for, in the summer, doing bike rides. And each of us had like a BMX or a Diamondback or something that we could do like little motocross things and stuff right around the hills. It was so great. Rosebud was a runner sled, yeah. It's funny though, in Texas, when it snows here and we get the half-inch dusting of snow, people still freak the heck out and go try to find some place to sled, and you got that much snow on the ground. It's kind of funny because I'm like, what do you think you're going with that? We used to also go sledding sand sledding at Sand Dunes National Monument, and you can bring a cardboard box and just slide down the sand dunes. That was a lot of fun. We'd go camping there. Yep. Nostalgia is fun, but it's also sad. Oh my god. Well, that one's gone. Okay, so I'm going to have to get some three by three tiles. Okay, so let's do this. So that's going to be offset there, then there, then there. Two. Got to keep the offset game together. Make sure it all fills out properly. We used to have this great run. It was the hill in front of my house, but then the so you'd go down this hill, and then there's this big bump like this, and then there was a walking path that went like from nowhere to nowhere, right? There was like a housing development that was built up, and what they wanted to do was like turn it into this little greenbelt kind of thing where there's a walking path. And it was just a blacktop, it was just asphalt. And so what would happen is we're still with packed snow, but that asphalt would turn to ice. So you try to survive getting down the hill, and as long as you took a really nice hard right, you could hit that ice path and just go crazy down this hill. The problem is if you ran it right and then it like had a bunch more bumps and went over like another creek and stuff, it emptied out onto a road, right? So unless you wanted to ditch, you were just going to be shot out right in the middle of a road, and you're like, maybe I don't do that. But I mean, it was still a lot of fun. Yeah, we were dumb. But we had fun. So does that look all right? That kind of thing? Hardwood in there. I'm going to try to fill it up with some 2 and 3 tiles too. I don't know if that looks all right or not. I know I don't have enough wood tiles here to fill a whole floor, so... may not have enough wood and or tan and other colors either. I thought I had like a bag of other colored tiles somewhere. I'll have to go searching. Sometimes this old gray can be used too because it's almost like a dark tan, Sometimes I get those mixed up when I'm looking in the dark for tiles. I'm like, what color is that? It's almost green. Yeah, I'm gonna go look real quick. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. In college, we would take the food truck lunch trays. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that sounds great. We would do, so we'd get saucers, but we would do trash can lids. You know, sometimes you get, not the ones with the handles on them, but like the plastic trash can lids where the handles are on the sides. It's perfect because the handles are on the sides. The only problem is those weren't made of the same grade of plastic as the saucers were, so they were good for about 2 runs, and then they'd usually break. Alright, I'm gonna have to cheat a little more. Got some 2x2s, or 1x2s, 1x3s. I'm gonna try not to use too many of those. I got brown. Try to use some brown. And then really long tan tiles. Oh, you know what? Did I get any tiles with lug bulk? I did not. Not in those colors, anyway. All right. Snowy weather neighborhood. Kids got inventive for sure. Anything that would slide. Yep. I mean, in a lot of cases, you go down in just your butt. We'd have snow pants. They were slick. Oh yeah, let's throw some brown in here. Bluegrass? Where's bluegrass? I didn't realize it's almost noon. So I know this was kind of like a I don't really care what we do stream, but I really appreciate y'all being here. This was really nice. This is, I think, the most people who have ever been in a chat on my stream, so I really appreciate that. Take that goodwill and go see Bunny Bricks at 2. Did I get 1x1 tiles at all? I don't think I did. Yeah, keep the party rolling. Go see whoever's live right now. I'm going to probably finish this up pretty quick and then get ready to go see a soccer game. Gonna go see some Austin FC. Today's their last game of the season. Last regular season game. They got into the playoffs. So we're going to go see this last regular season game, hence the jersey. And then we get to go see a playoff game on the 15th. or 16th or 17th. Like, the playoff schedule hasn't been finalized yet, so I really thought I had more tan tiles, but I guess I don't. It's a dark orange, that'll work. There's another brown. I'm hoping some of these browns are not the garbage browns, but I'll take what I can get at this point. Also, this is like, it's so full, like I'm gonna start spilling. You need to transfer this into a smaller or a larger container. Most of the stuff I have needs to be transferred into a slightly larger container. Oh, it's gonna look great. I like it. Gotta fill in the holes with other things. Maybe I'll just do plates in there or something. Nope. Another hour? Is it 2 p.m. Eastern? Okay, so yeah, at 1 Central, 2 p.m. Eastern, go check out Bunnabricks. Yeah, I think I'll leave the rest of that area for wigs. I love having the music in the background so people can so it fills the silence a little bit when I'm not talking. But at the same time, I'm like, oh yeah, there's this song that that's on everybody's stream. Nope. Dang it. All right. Well, you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm going to clean this up. Again, this is the lower level of the Spirit Halloween store. I'm going to figure out a way to attach this lady out here, the Weeping Angel. Got our centerpiece in there. We'll have some makeup and masks. We got to get a counter going over there where that lady's laying down on the job. And then the upstairs will be racks of costumes. Like so. So that'll be the upstairs. Yeah, thanks for being here. I'll be back on hopefully Tuesday. We'll see. On Twitch, so you can go over to Twitch if you'd like and hang out there. And I may be working on. We can build a set. Why don't we do that on Tuesday? We'll do the noodle shop. I've been kind of wanting to build that. That should probably take a couple hours. So have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you again soon. Take care, everybody.